speech. And now this. Former New Jersey Governor Christie says that he would not vote if Donald Trump ends up being the 2024 nominee. New York Post reporter Jon Levine joins me now. And John, you know, Christie has come out swinging. Is that the right approach? I mean, he's just, I know you asked him directly, you know, is Donald Trump a good person? He just said, no.
Incredible. You know, he sat for us for 30 minutes with the New York Post, and I said, you know, Governor Christie, do you believe Trump is a good person? He says no. I said, Governor Christie, would you want your son to grow up to be someone like Trump? He says no, unequivocal. I think it's a sign of just how rancorous and how ugly the 2024 primary is probably going to get among the Republican side. And from Christie, we've heard this before, too. I remember a long time ago, ancient history, in 2016, when he said very similar things, and then he dropped out of the race and became one of Trump's strongest supporters. So whether this is genuine or just overheated campaign rhetoric, time will tell.
But it's very difficult for the GOP contenders because Donald Trump, he's got these indictments hanging over him. It's rallied the base. And if you want to attack Trump, it's not easy to do and still attract some of those Trump supporters to you. It's almost a hopeless situation.
Right. It's very tough because Trump can go nuclear on anybody. And it's just, you know, and the base loves it. But the primary voters still like Trump. So the argument to win them over is not that Trump is bad, but that, well, even if your heart is still with him, vote with your brain. He's not electable, and that's so. People like Ron DeSantis have been, you know, or other candidates in the race have been moving very gingerly in how they attack Trump.
Do we get to see a debate with Trump and Christie on the same stage? And how does that play out? Because it could get very ugly.
It would certainly get very ugly. And you know, I don't know. Trump has said he might not debate, and he's very, very far in the polls right now. So it's not. You know, conventional wisdom would hold if you're that far ahead, you don't need to face your rivals. But I think that the American people would be better served by having a debate. And I think ultimately Trump wouldn't be able to watch a debate with all the candidates and have him not be a part of it.
Very good. I want to get onto this because Mark Meredith touched on it. The governor of California, Gavin Newsom, has been campaigning for Biden in the red states. He's been hailed as the candidate in waiting. Is Newsom just lurking in the background, believing that Mr. Biden is just not going to get there?
Do you know what Gavin Newsom is? He is like one of these civilian nuclear programs that just hums along peacefully.
But then until it doesn't.
But then, like the second it needs to be activated, it can be weaponized. And I think he will be the most loyal Biden surrogate until there's something happens where Joe Biden doesn't run for some reason, and then he'll be ready to go. And I think he has basically a shadow campaign in place. You saw his interview with Sean Hannity, where he was talking about how much him and Trump have a great relationship. Like, this is not a normal thing to do when you're the governor of California. Yeah, and yet he did it.
I remember when he visited the White House maybe over a year ago, but I really got the feeling he was measuring the curtains. I mean, I just could feel it in him. And you know, you look at his record in California, it's not great.
I mean, the lockdowns,
people
and
are getting the heck out,
and people are fleeing to states like Florida and Texas. You know, President Biden is 80 years old. We've never had someone run for president at that age. He has a history of health problems. He's fallen a lot, as we've seen. And there's the gaffes that are piling up. He remains the overwhelming front runner. I don't expect any of these primaries to make a dent. But should he not run for whatever reason, you know, you're gonna need to be ready to go with a lot of name recognition right out of the gate. And Gavin is setting himself up for that.
Oh yeah, he's ready.
Who would his number two be though on that ticket?
Who will not be Kamala Harris? That I can promise you.
We'll leave it right there. John, great stuff. It's so much fun to follow this. I mean, we've got 18 months or whatever it is to go. I can't wait.